have two questions for you. One of them is that true that nowadays there's some kind of trend in America to hate Russians? What's your opinion about that?
Well, actually, it's not nowadays. We've always hated the Russians. After World War II, you know, we were friends up until World War II. And then after World War II, there was a very, very big division when Russia became a communist country. Well, actually, no, Russia was communist before World War II. Well, I guess the biggest problem was that the land division after World War II made us enemies. And then there was a Cold War for decades and decades and decades. And Americans and Russians hated each other. But Russia was an enemy worth having. Russia was a scary, scary enemy. You know, not like some of these ridiculous people we have today. Russia was really, really a great enemy. But then after, you know, the Cold War, we kind of became very friendly. But in recent history, things have kind of gone downhill a little bit again. You know, because from the American perspective, this is not necessarily my opinion, but from the American perspective, Russia makes friends with all of our enemies. That's usually what happens. You know, if we have problems with Iran, Russia makes friends with Iran. You know, if we have problems with North Korea, Russia's friends with North Korea. So Russia's like somebody we really, really want to like who hangs out with really shitty people. It's like you go to a party and you're like, oh, there's that guy, you know, he seems really interesting. I want to hang out with him. Oh, no, why is he hanging out with that guy? I hate that other guy. So I think there's a lot of that. But, you know, we villainize Russia, and probably the Russians villainize America. And it's just this sort of sad, ridiculous thing that's been happening for, you know, almost 100 years. But as you can see here in the concert, when you take the government out of the picture, everybody gets along fine.
And the rules doesn't work.
So there we have.
Do you have any plans on visiting the other Russian cities?
Yeah, well, I'd love to. As you know, last year I played in St. Petersburg and Moscow, and this year I'm playing in St. Petersburg and Moscow. And I actually got some...
and then again, St.
Moscow
next time.
Yes, and I got some angry emails from some fans saying, why aren't you coming to Siberia?
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
And there was another city, although I don't remember the name, it started with an N, but somebody said, why aren't you coming to my city? So Russia's a very, very, very big country, which means that it must have very, very, very big cities, other than just St. Petersburg and Moscow. So hopefully, if tonight's concert goes well, maybe next year I'll be invited back to play in more cities. I'll tell you right now, the city I want most to play in is the city closest to North Korea.
Oh.
Because I bet you the women there are really beautiful. Half Russian, half Asian. I mean, I can only look, but I want to look a lot.
Only look?
I just see my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. This interview was made special for Russian Dark Cabaret. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
All right.